back in these tournaments. So nice.
you
chiller. Stop shooting. Gee, oh, this is dead ass. This kid is so weird. Yeah, so you get rid of spraying me the whole entire day. So you get gang. Bro, what? This is not FNCS, guys. What the hell? Bro, what? I knew I heard someone, man. Why was he just there? Bro. So annoying.
Yo, oh my god, stop.
No,
Yeah.
like, dude, I can't win. Like, bro, High Vibes, my best run is 14, not 13. Bro, my best wins is 14, Riley.
14, bro, the thing is, this challenge is a mental game, bro. It's a mental.
Hold on, yeah. Bro, I'm trying to see something.
Bro, good.
The classic Three Musketeers and the classic.
Let's see how this shit goes, bro. React first. Wait, what is this, Gucci? What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Hogs fly now. New evolution, new rework. Check the latest TV Royale here.
Three Musketeers rework. Clash Royale League Finals takeover Atlanta. Royale reacts. And do hogs actually fly? TV Royale. Let's go! Next season, the classic Three Musketeers get their biggest glow up ever.
More HP, more damage, but slower hit speed.
They still split like the original Three Musketeers.
Wait, did that just show Fireball Zap not killing Three Musketeers?
Get their biggest glow up ever.
More HP,
Zap?
more damage.
Fireball.
Hey, yeah, 223. Yeah, bro.
What map? What map?
I don't care, it's 5-0, regardless.
Am I not a genius? Great try out there, Oxtains. Keep it up, buddy.
Rest on lucky last game. Hey, yeah, 223. Yikes, slid through my... Shit, I got it. There we go. Capture point. Come on. I captured it for what? Give me Headshot. Como las Oh, come here. You're not shooting me and then running, bro. That's not how it works. I mean, it probably is, because you're not running. Excuse me. Yeah, that guy's griefing that guy. Bro! Oh my days! How did he just wiggle in there? Yo, this is dead ass annoying though. My god.
First fan mail of the week! Dude, haven't done fan mail in like a minute, bro. That me, huh? Too jinxy.
This is me getting the achievement of Killer King by checkmating someone with a king. Not only that, but I'm also going to get the achievement for Killer Queen, Rook, Bishop, Knight, and Pawn, which means at the end of this video I will have checkmated 6 opponents with every single piece in the game. And I only have 3 hours to do it. Now, as you can tell, this challenge isn't going to be easy, so I came up with a plan beforehand. I wanted to start off with getting the easy achievements out of the way, like getting a checkmate with a queen and a rook, so that later on in the challenge I could focus on getting the harder ones. Alright, I only have like 3 hours for this challenge. Hopefully I can get the queen checkmate in this game and not spend like, 5 hours trying to get it. And while I'm playing the first game, getting through the easy achievements quickly is very important, since later on, especially when you get into the higher rating, people will just resign the game if they're losing. Which means checkmating with a pawn or a king will be even harder. What? Unfortunately, in the first game my opponent ran out of time and I could not checkmate him. This will definitely not be a problem later on in the challenge. The second game my opponent also ran out of time, but on the third attempt I finally got a checkmate in the Killer Queen achievement. Alright, nice, that took a little too long, but whatever, on to the next achievement. Next up was getting a checkmate with a rook, but there was a slight problem. My opponents kept running out of time in nearly every single game. This may have been because I moved too quickly, or because they were too slow, but regardless, I switched to a longer time control to make it easier. And that was probably a good idea, since this game worked out pretty good for me. Now, while I try to checkmate this guy with a rook, you've probably been wondering how it's even possible to get the Killer King achievement. How can you even checkmate someone with a king? Well, a few days ago, I saw this video on YouTube of somebody getting the Killer King achievement and thought, this can't be real. But if you line up all your pieces so that the enemy king is trapped, then all you have to do is move your king out of the way to get this discovered checkmate. Now, I'm not even sure if this actually works, but I guess we'll find out later. Meanwhile, I was very close to getting a checkmate in this game. Alright, please don't resign. Just block with your queen, and that's checkmate with my rook. Yes! Alright, 2 out of 6 achievements unlocked, only 4 more to go. Next up was the knight checkmate, and let me tell you, this was way harder than I thought. In fact, every single achievement from here kept getting harder and harder. The first game was a draw since I traded off my knights very early in the game and lost my pawns, so I couldn't even promote to another knight. The next game I was easily winning and got my opponent's bishop and queen. My knight was still alive, and this was looking pretty good until... oh my goodness, seriously? Well, they just disconnected. And while I play this next game, let me tell you the actual rules for this challenge. So obviously I have to get a checkmate with every piece in the game, but I can only play random people by selecting a time control and pressing play. No going into the open challenges area to bully low-rated people. Also, I cannot intentionally rematch anybody. And then of course, I just gotta do it in under 3 hours. Why 3 hours? Because in 3 hours, I had to go play a pickleball match against our neighbors, and I wanted to finish this before then. Anyway, my opponent just resigned here after losing their queen, but this next game would truly haunt me for the rest of the challenge. Alright, next game, hopefully this guy doesn't resign. The game started off really well. Both my knights were alive. Okay, one of my knights was alive, but the enemy king was very exposed and in danger. A few moves later, they lost their queen, and by some miracle, they did not resign. Unfortunately, I did have to trade off my knights, but I still had pawns to checkmate with. Okay, we have pawns. We do, in fact, have pawns. After pushing the king into the center of the board, I played b3, setting up c4. Not the explosive, but the checkmate. Alright, let's go. We could actually get this pawn checkmate pretty early in the challenge. My opponent literally had one job, to be checkmated, and they ran out of time. This was definitely annoying right now, but near the end of the challenge, I would look back at this moment and wonder if I should have just ended my existence here. Look, another day, another defibrillator. We move on from that loss to a new dawn, a new day, a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. And that inspirational speech gave me motivation to find the most delectable knight checkmate that you have ever witnessed and will ever witness on this flat surface we call Earth. Queen b6, creating this battery against the king. I'm rated 911, by the way. My opponent sacrifices the bishop. Take, knight g4, queen comes in, check. I already know what's coming. I planned this the day I came out of the womb. King moves, knight check, knight comes back, knight check but the other way, queen sacrifice, rook has to take, knight f2, checkmate. Easiest win of my career. Good game, buddy. This was definitely the happiest point in this challenge so far, but the next games would be sure to humble me real quick. Alright, what are we on? We need a bishop checkmate here. Alright, let's just get it over with the first game. Here we go. Yeah, I lost that game. The next game, I was easily winning, but my opponent disconnected. This game, I was loving how things were looking. My bishop was in prime position to deliver checkmate. Look at this. The rook can't go anywhere, the king's trapped, and I'm one move away from checkmate. Are you joking me right now? Luckily, just a couple games later, I had my dark squared bishop. I had 2 rooks, and the king was in the corner. I just had to maneuver my rook so that I could deliver checkmate. And look, while I'm trying to figure this out, if you're one of the large percentage of people who is not subscribed and has actively chosen not to subscribe while watching this video, I will come to your house and exterminate. Alright, I think we can actually get this checkmate here. Look, his king can't really go anywhere. I just move rook back and it's all over. Alright, please don't resign here. Please, sir. Just block with your rook. Yes! Look how cool that achievement is. I'm still not even sure if we could, like, get the king checkmate, though, so I guess we'll just try that next, then. And even though I was doubtful whether I could even get all my pieces into the right configuration without my opponent resigning, in just my second attempt at the king checkmate, this happened. Okay, I don't really know what's going on here, but I don't think I am winning. Interesting. After I made it out of that precarious situation, I made it into an endgame, where I traded rooks and promoted to a queen without my opponent resigning. And then, I got another queen. And then, okay, we gotta focus. This is my one shot and one opportunity to seize everything I ever wanted in one moment. This is literally checkmate here. Okay, we got it. Did this work, though? This was a moment of truth. Did this count as a checkmate with the king? Yes, it actually worked. Look at this achievement. Now, all that was left to complete this entire challenge was getting a checkmate with a pawn. And if you thought getting a king checkmate would be hard, this was at least 5 times harder. And while we watch me trying desperately to get this checkmate, let me explain to you why this is so hard. First, You have to get your opponent's king somewhere into the center of the board so your pawns can even reach him. Second, if the opponent's king is in the center of the board, it usually means they're losing by a lot, which means they'll just resign the game before you can even get a pawn checkmate. And even if I'm completely winning, if I don't have enough pawns to actually checkmate the king, this wouldn't work. I mean, look at this game where I'm using my last 2 brain cells to try and figure out how to checkmate my opponent with this 1 pawn on the edge of the board. Okay, how do I even get this pawn to deliver checkmate? This is a real question. I struggled for many moves, and with both our times running low, my opponent ended up losing on time. Oh my goodness. That should have been checkmate. And over the course of about an hour and a half, losing, getting close to checkmate, and altogether just
I'm not even playing real players right now. Like, this is so annoying. Not even like playing real people. AIs. Oh my days.